If you can, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do is, of course, picture this. And I was watching this movie and I said to myself, I know for a goddamn 100% fact,
I am not a crook. I have never been a crook. And I will never be a crook.
Fuck it, I will rent it. I don't care.
It's really on me. As James Cameron said, the Na'vi hang dong like donkeys.
This is the 3 for 3 podcast.
oh, you motherfucker.
How does it end?
What you gotta look up is why is the internet debating whether Nancy Reagan gave good head?
Oh my god! I was not expecting that turn. What the hell?
Send me the goddamn quote of him saying that.
What the fuck? Kind of pissed me off they put the shit porn over that.
It's a bunch of goddamn fucking bullshit is what it is.
Bags up, everybody. Bags up, feet up, coming through.
There have been a lot of times where I tried to slide it out without breaking the cookie. Didn't quite work. Like, don't put this shit on us.
I was like, we didn't do
You motherfucker. And what is that movie about? Fuck if I know, man. Honestly.
Amen to that.
It's just a...
That's been a 3 for 3, my friends.
Picture this.
3 for 3. Now that's really cool.
Welcome to season 4, episode 9 of the 6.
7.
7. Fuck.
6, you're right.
It's gotten to us. I'm gonna kill myself later. My name is Samuel Holler. I am host this week, the Shaft of our podcast, the 343 podcast, and I'm joined by two lovely gents. How are you guys doing today, Mr. Matthew Patterson and Jackson Workman?
Tired.
Same.
But I'm here.
Slowly sinking into the pits of despair, but like one of the people in our in the movies, I will rise.
Oh, yes.
I think all 3 movies had someone that gets a rise out of something. But we'll get into that, because we got 3 amazing movies for you, and we are, as all horny teenagers gonna do, start off our trip by going abroad to a little place known as Italy on the grand tour, but not the grand tour because this is not the music field trip. This is a regular fucking junior high field trip. Or, yeah, junior high, they called it junior high, which is weird. It's fucking middle school. But anyway, Mr. Matthews' pick, which was the last thing I fucking expected to come out of his mouth last week when he said it to us. How do you think the Lizzie McGuire movie was, my friend?
Oh, I think it was What Dreams Are Made Of. Yes. So I guess we're going with mine for the first.
Yes.
All right. Yes, my pick is none other than the infamous Lizzie McGuire movie, starring none other than the GOAT herself, Hilary Duff.
Redeeming her at long last after her last appearance on this show.
Indeed.
But still playing a foreigner, so.
Yes, I thought that too. I was
Technically speaking, but not doing a fucking crazy act. Well, actually, yes, she is. Yes, she is.
kind of
Never mind.
She's
Yeah,
just
she
not
is.
proud. No, she still is tan in this too.
No, Isabella is technically her character.
Far less horrible than the last accent. But yeah, anyway.
Anyways, as we say on the podcast, I'd like you to picture this. You're Lizzie McGuire. You're graduating junior high. You've got a brother who is a fucking creep, who shares my name, and with that little goddamn truck of his. And you come to find out that you're a terrible public speaker. But that is okay, because you're going on a trip to Italy over the summer. And who do you have leading you? But none other than Alex Bornstein, who is one of the funniest people in this movie, like Jackson said in his review. And you got a best friend. His name's Gordo. You guys have been friends for a long time, and there may be something there, there may not be. We'll find out. Because while you're in Italy, you meet a wonderful Italian boy named Paolo. And Paolo is an Italian singer. He doesn't lip sync, or so we think. And you happen to look just like his partner, his ex-singing partner slash girlfriend, Isabella. So he enlists you to sneak away from your whole trip, learning about the rise and fall of the Roman Empire, the rise and decline, my bad, of the Roman Empire, and instead pretend to be Isabella when truly you're a Lizzie McGuire, and you get to live this pop star fake life to present an award up with him on stage and sing, just for one night. But that is until Isabella finds out about his plan and enlists Gordo, who lied for her several times. Simp ass motherfucker. And covered for her to help with her plot and help her have fun and help her sneak out of the hotel and have all these fantasy adventures riding on the back of a scooter through Italy. And all the while, Alex Bornstein is just, she knows something's off, but she can't prove it. But, she's just trying to protect her cubs because she is a lioness protecting her cubs. As Sergei said. I think that was his name. Sergio? Or Sergei?
Sergei.
Yep, Sergei.
I did call him Sergio in the middle of the watch, and then I was like, what? When they said Sergei, I was like, oh, okay. I guess I was just not paying attention enough the first time they said his name.
Yes. But then, as we find out, all is revealed. Because Isabella was in the right, as we should always believe women. And Paolo is a lip-syncing liar. And was just using Lizzie for his own nefarious needs. Because, what else are stupid American girls good for in Italy? And her family comes to see her because her brother just misses her. Lying piece of shit. And yeah, then her and Gordo finally get to, realize that they're, actually really good friends. And that is basically the movie in a nutshell. I have never seen it before. I've only seen several episodes of Lizzie before, and I've read the books, which do not mention the movie whatsoever, as far as I remember. But I really enjoyed. It was very funny. I enjoyed it especially for like a Disney movie for what it is. I really liked I can't remember if it was in the TV show, but I liked the cartoon version of her a lot. I thought those were fun little cutaways.
That's like one of the only things. I'll get into it later.
Oh. But I had a fun time with the movie. It was a silly little girly pop kind of movie. It's the best way I can describe it. And loved me some Hilary Duff, and loved me some Alex Bornstein, and that's really the only two people I knew in this movie. And
Sorry, Matt, but I'm gonna have to put you on my list because there is no N in Borstein.
Bornstein, fuck. I like adding syllables into names that don't exist.
So do I. But I
I can just say it once, and then Jackson, you can just drop it over every time I say her last name.
And that's why Alex Borstein.
Yep. Yes. Literally. Anyways, I enjoyed it. I'm glad I picked it because it was just a simple, easy watch. Didn't have to get my soul crushed or my heart broken. I got to live vicariously through Lizzie and Paolo. But yeah, I don't know. I'll turn it up to you guys and see what you guys thought of it.
I had a weird experience watching this because I've never seen a single goddamn episode of Lizzie McGuire. I just remember hearing about the controversy of she wanted it to be more adult when she came back for the revival. Disney said no, so they filmed like a few episodes and then canned that shit. So it's out there. It is out there.
Lizzie gets an STD.
Yes. Shout out to our third Gilmore Girls character this season with Alex Borstein, who plays the harp player in that show. I can't believe it's come full circle and everything has come back to Gilmore Girls, but it makes me really happy. Um, and fuck Paolo, that fucking goddamn piece of shit. And you know what? This movie was so fucking great, and I had so much fun. But it was the least what I thought that this was whatsoever. Because like, she's no Margaret Chin. She'll never be Margaret Chin. And the thing that really upset me was I was going in being like, oh, Lizzie McGuire. Of course she has confidence. Of course she's going to be the most popular person. And then to have it start off with her just fumbling the goddamn bag so bad that, I mean, she's an outfit repeater. And I had to call her out multiple times being like, is that an outfit she's worn before? Because I wanted to know. And it was great.
You're an outfit rememberer, Sam.
Yes. But as much as I've been told not to slander Gordo in any way, that brown nosed piece of fucking shit, I'm on to him. I'm on to him, and thank God other people were too. But it was so much fun because it was Stuart, me, Ricky, and Abby. The four of us got together and watched it as a group, and it was fun feeding off the energy of everyone, and it was just a great time. You can't go wrong having a fucking like study abroad or trip abroad to Italy kind of movie. Like I will always be a sucker for that kind of shit. So they just hit the nail on the head. And the animation you pointed out, Matt, fantastic. I loved it. Our first of 3 movies today that have book source material. So
I guess you're right. I didn't know there were any books about Lizzie McGuire, but
I don't know if they were
I don't.
sort. Well,
Now,
I think they might have been
they
made
came out after the show
Yeah.
came out, but still, they probably used some of it.
I just remember them being very easy reads for AR, so I just used that to get points, and I was like, all right, you know what? Could be worse.
yeah. Thanks.
Shout out
Lizzie.
Jim Fall though. Fucker did that shit.
That he did. That he did.
Jim
Yeah.
Fall, more
So,
like Jim rise to the occasion.
hey.
I don't know.
Jim was not falling down on the job on this one. But yeah, so
Fist will be falling down on Paolo's fucking head though if I see him. in the
goddamn
streets.
right. Fucking bastard. Um but yeah, this was an interesting pick because when you picked it last week, Matt, I wasn't sure how to feel about it. First of all, like Sam said, last thing I expected to come out of your mouth when you said that, I was like, "Oh, wow, okay." But then also it was I'm a completionist. I've never watched the whole show. So I was just like, "Oh man, that's gonna feel weird watching the movie without really having seen the show." That being said, when I was a kid, I mean, Lizzie McGuire, it's nostalgic to me, even though I only ever saw a few episodes as a kid. I never really like got into it or watched it like a lot. I only saw a few episodes here and there, but it was everywhere when I was a kid. It was everywhere. I mean, it was the biggest fucking show. I was a Disney Channel kid, like big time, and this show was on all the goddamn time. And so seeing it again after all these years, like again, even as someone who never really watched it, just seeing her as that character again and seeing the cartoon drawing of her, which is the main thing I remembered from the show. Because every time I turned it on, there was always her little cartoon self making some kind of comment or whatever. And just seeing that again was just like, oh wow, what a kind of warm little throwback to that era of my childhood and shit. Which speaks to the power of the show that it was so iconic that you just remember it even if you never really watched it that much. But yeah, still wasn't sure what I was gonna think, and goddamn, I had a fun time with this. This was a lot of fun. It's one of those movies where it's like, are there, like certain things in the writing that are a little cheesy or a little goofy? Like, sure, but it's fun. It's I was invested very much in the story. I was invested in, holy shit, is she gonna fucking, be embarrassed? I don't want her to be embarrassed, and I want, good old Gordo to fucking, help her out and everything. And all that good shit. It was a lot of fun, and I fucking hell, I gotta say, Alex Borstein was killing me the whole goddamn movie. She is literally, as you said, Matt, one of the funniest people on earth. I just like didn't know she was in it till I saw her name in the credits. I was like, oh fuck, okay. And from her first scene, she was just every delivery that she had was fucking killing me. I was just like, wow, she's hilarious. But the scene where she's with Sergey on the elevator, just
Oh,
fucking killing me.
I was waiting for him to lay that pipe from the get.
Oh, once after the credits rolled, you know that's exactly what happened. Sergey was showing Lois Griffin a good time, but yeah, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was sweet. It was a nice, charming little adventure, I'll say.
I I have an American flag for the Fourth of July episode, but I wanted to bring it out and just attach it to a long little metal stick and wave it around because that was one of my favorite parts. Was that's how she kept the kids in line. The giant like car antenna with the American flag on the end of it. That part killed me visually.
I just
Yeah.
every scene between her and Gordo was just so goddamn funny. Where he's just like, "Oh, hi, Mrs. Ungermeyer," just like, "Oh, well, I want to learn more about the what are you up to, Brown Nose?" or something like. She was just killing me every fucking time. You were on my list, Mr. Gordon, and that is not a place that you want to be. Just killing me the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Rest in peace to Robert Carradine,
yes.
also playing my name. Much like you had a character, Matt, I had my own.
Yep.
Matt
Yeah.
is Sergey or Jackson is Sergey secretly your middle name?
Maybe
And if it
so.
is not Admiral, then what is it?
You'll find out in the 100th episode.
Hmm.
Yes.
Actually, no. That's how I'm going to win the polls. If I win the season, then I'll reveal it. Everybody vote for me.
No, 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 no.
That's my Hail Mary. But anyway.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's definitely the way you're gonna win it, Jackson, because I will vote for you every just to get your middle name out there. I would even vote for you.
My evil plan coming
And then
together.
immediately go back and change all my votes. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, I mean, I don't know. It was just one of those things where like last week was just so depressing, and they were talking about it at work, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like that'd be a fun one. Bring back Hillary Duff. I really had no idea what the fuck it was going to be about. Um, and so I was just very happy that it wasn't like, oh, this sucks, or we needed to watch the whole TV series to truly get it. Because I feel like it did enough explaining for you to catch up pretty quick. Like,
Yeah,
you
I don't
didn't
think
really
I
have
really
the
needed to
whole.
know anything before this.
There were
Yeah.
definitely a few things that I felt like a little like, okay, I'm guessing this was explained like the little brother and his little friend, like whatever they were doing, I was like, okay, this I'm kind of
She was
lost,
his.
but
Uh,
I kind of figured it out, as I went along. I was like putting it together, but I was definitely like, this is something that was in the show that I should know, but I don't. And
she's his BDSM dominatrix coming in there just to beat him
oh,
up,
that
and he's
makes
like, "Man, that felt good."
that's what it is then. Honestly, that tracks, I feel like.
That also was supposed to be in the Lizzie McGuire reboot, but they had to cut it.
Um, um,
Matt just like in the full gimp outfit.
but it was also fun because, like, I don't know, it's one of those deals where I feel like it would be cool if I had seen the show. Seeing them in like, because I remember like as a kid, a lot of the shows I did watch did get movie versions on Disney Channel, not in theaters. But it was always cool seeing like them going from like the sitcom sets to like the actual locations and shit, and like them going around the city and everything, like such a vast, like they're clearly shooting it actually in Rome. So I'm sure for fans of the show that was kind of cool to see. Like, we want to make it a true like movie experience, So they used that not only used actual locations, but actually went to another country and did all that. And it was also fun. Just I don't know. I'm a sucker for like, kind of fun, cheesy, like, 2000s movies like this, where it's just like it's a nice little time capsule for that era and stuff. And I think it's those a lot of the movies from that era have a lot of charm. And it's also just a good, I think Hilary Duff also, of course, is great, and the whole cast is great, and just, a lot of the side characters I really liked. Sergey was a real one. I feel like, turning on him in the end. And then that final concert scene also was a lot of fun too. It,
Absolute
it is
banger.
what dreams are made of.
Yes.
Absolute banger.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting it to end with the concert scene, and I liked the little like extra few scenes after that. I was like, thank God it didn't just the credits didn't start rolling.
Well, that's right. I
And
don't know
then
if she was on the show, but shout out returning editor Margaret Goodspeed from fucking Broadcast News and They Live. So
That's crazy
oh,
to go from broadcast news and they live all the way to Lizzie McGuire.
the
yeah,
first of two, at least two, broadcast news connections in this episode. We'll
yes,
get to the second one later.
indeed.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, that is wild. But yeah, honestly, it's impossible to, well, it's very difficult to truly not enjoy a movie like this that's just a lot of fun, has a lot of charm and has a lot, honestly, was, I think, very funny. It's also cool to me how, um, or interesting, I guess I should say, how like the movie was written by non-writers of the show, at least as far as I could tell. Like the creator of the show did not write this. It was like actual movie screenwriters. And I think it's kind of cool to see that like they were able to take the spirit of the show and like adapt it properly to the screen. Like outside people who you'd think like, oh, these are just fucking, probably middle-aged Hollywood writers don't know the show or just going to do their own thing. And from what I can tell, it seems to have replicated the show's style pretty faithfully. So that that's cool.
Yeah,
Um, and
yeah.
then
I was glad how accessible it was because I was a little worried, like Jackson, about not really understanding these characters and stuff. But they do that kind of thing where it's like they introduce a character, you get a little bit of the backstory of where they were left off at the end of the show, kind of thing, and that was really helpful.
And
Um,
you can kind of tell like who is who. Like the mean girl character, you can kind of tell like, oh, okay, I get probably what her dynamic with Lizzie was in the show, and the Ethan, the skateboarder dude, I'm just like, all right, I can kind of tell he was the doofus on the show, just like the aloof cool guy. Like you kind of get a sense. Like it was pretty accessible for the most part. I was like, okay, I see here. Like they're explaining it without spelling it out for me too much,
I was gonna lose my fucking mind if we went through the whole movie without a plate of spaghetti. I was gonna lose my shit. But also, I am deeply fucking disturbed by that animation of Lizzie McGuire sucking that meatball in one take. That because it was bigger than her head. It was
I
just
also like there was one shot in this I really liked where they throw the coin in the fountain and it's just the shot of the coin just like splashing down into the fountain and shit. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. It definitely was maybe the most, well, it was fun. And again, when I watched this, I was definitely I've had a very long week. Like I watched all three of, well, most of these under duress a little bit just because I was watching them at night, kind of like after a long day. And with, I remember sitting down to watch this one and then just like being kind of tired and kind of like not sure how much I was going to be paying attention and everything. And then, I was immediately, I felt better, once I turned it on. I was just like, okay, this is a fun time. I'm having a lot of fun and it's again, it charmed me. And I really very, very pleasant viewing experience.
well, that's where I really like the direction. I think it uplifts the whole thing and like the fashion show moment with her crazy outfits and then the way that when they're rehearsing like all those crazy shots coming in from all the different sides of the stage. That was cool to see. And like there's some flair to this thing. Like it's there's a lot of energy and I really appreciate that cuz sometimes when there's energy in a movie, it's not the best kind of energy. So,
There's also more montages in this movie than I've ever seen in any other movie in my life. I feel like if you took the montages out, the movie would be like 50 minutes long.
well, the issue
Probably.
is also that they play full ass songs for those montages, so you get like a 3 minute montage versus just like a few seconds.
Yeah. But the thing is though, it's hilarious because I kept pointing out how many montages there were. But then every time I was like, I can't say that there's not a purpose to every one of them though. Because there is, because there's like, it's either oh, she's like experiencing like the whimsy of Rome, and that's why they got to take such a long time to show all the sights, or they're practicing their dance moves, so that's why that scene goes on for so long. Or, like that most of the montages, I was like, okay, I see there is a purpose though for it to happen. It's not just gratuitous. So I give credit to them for that.
The biggest tell that it's a movie is that fucking her brother would not have been allowed to fly with his digital footprint and the shit that he was looking up and doing. Bro would have been pulled out of that TSA line in 2 seconds.
Oh, the TSA would have been just,
But
just
he
like,
would have gotten away with it because he's a master fucking manipulator, and then came into that room and schmoozed his parents heavily.
oh yeah. Oh, he's a
Turned the whole
sociopath.
thing on his dad, and that it was his dad's fault and his dad's problem. But that's because his dad's a lying, cheating piece of fucking trash who went to Italy and fucked a Italian woman, and then had Isabella, and then didn't want to go to Italy, didn't want them going, didn't want them to potentially even remotely see her. So
I think you're
Well,
onto something with
yeah,
that
you got a
one.
good point. Got a good
He's
point.
the one that didn't want to go. You're right.
so
That
Wow.
explains.
I think you're onto something there because yeah, I was like, again, it's one of those things you can't acknowledge it because of the type of movie that this is. But if you were to, it's just like, so we're just not going to address the fact that she literally has like an identical twin, like in Italy, that everyone, even her own team, is mistaking for her because they look that similar. That was one part where I was just like, when she's backstage and the real Isabella is also backstage and nobody is paying attention. It's like, imagine being backstage at a Britney Spears concert and the real Britney Spears is standing right there, but there's another one with like a different hair color and like they're all just paying attention to her and not the real one. I'm just like, that's kind of insane a little bit. But yeah, honestly, fun time. You can tell that the three of us are speaking about this as people who have never seen the show, but honestly think it's cool that, as people who have never seen it, we were able to enjoy it and find it accessible and, not necessarily have to be beholden to what came before and all that good shit.
and it was really fun getting to watch it with people who had seen it and like
Mhm.
had experience and getting them excited because they were like, "How the fuck have you never seen this?" And then their excitement for like, "I haven't seen this in years," and they were really hyped to watch it. So
Yeah.
it was fun.
It was nice because I always felt bad because again, I would occasionally maybe try to watch an episode, but it was not it was one of those shows. It was a little too early for me. It was like, I kind of started watching the live action Disney Channel shows kind of right as this was ending, and so I never really got to, it was always on. I remember it, but I was only watching kind of the animated shows at that point. But so I always kind of felt bad about sort of missing out on it. So it was nice to finally kind of, experience it somewhat through this movie. And yeah, again, I think it's a testament to how iconic the show was that all these years later, even as someone who never really watched it, just seeing Hilary Duff as this character and seeing her little cartoon self brought back so many, such a strong remembrance of that time period for me, 'cause I just remember seeing it so much. It was so iconic at the time. Um, but yeah.
I know I keep harping on bad things, but fucking Paulo is the exact like message of like how an American girl will get kidnapped if she goes abroad. Some random foreigner tells her that she's famous and that she's all this and that, and then sneaking her out of her hotel room. I don't know.
I
It's a
also
little
just have
fishy.
to say, you just reminded me, Alex Borstein, one of the lines that genuinely made me fucking laugh out loud was when she meets Paolo for the first time and he's talking to her like, meet me at the fountain or whatever. And she's like, who are you? My name is Paolo Bonicelli or whatever his name is. She's like, all right, keep your money in your front pockets.
Yeah, that was so.
It's like Jesus
Yep.
I lost my shit over that.
Christ. Like,
But she was
wow.
right to fucking think it.
Yeah, she was right not to trust him. That
Mhm.
is for sure. But yeah. And then also shout out to bro at the front desk.
Yo, he
who,
was hilarious.
for whatever reason, could speak English in every scene except when the parents needed to talk to him. He just didn't want to fucking talk to their asses. He spoke perfect English in every other scene. I was like, oh man,
His sarcasm was
he's just ignoring the fuck out of them. That's what
so
this
good.
is.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm glad I chose it. It was a fun time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I mean, you can't really go wrong.
Nope,
No.
truly not. Everybody I talked to that I told we were watching this movie, they were like, "You haven't seen the Lizzie McGuire movie? Uncultured."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, I'm culturing myself."
Yes.
Yeah, my
This is
prior
one of the biggest examples of us culturing ourselves on this show, for sure.
Yes.
Because again, and it's funny because we're like kind of low key kidding, but I'm honestly just like I feel bad that I've never seen this movie, genuinely. Like this is a bucket list thing that I am glad that I finally crossed off the list.
I've been in numerous drunken karaoke rooms where tons of people are just singing the Dream On song, and I'm like, what the fuck? And everyone's like, Lizzie McGuire, don't you know? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, no, I don't. But
I also fuck heavily with the cover of the Titus High that they play at the beginning credits.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I low-key wanted to start dancing myself. I was just like, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, I'm glad we all enjoyed it, had a great time, and we now know the Lizzie McGuire movie, so we can no longer say we don't.
And while we're at it,
Shit's
only
nice.
because I just thought of this, if we're speaking of former Disney stars, I want to give a special R.I.P. to Miss Daveigh Chase, who just passed recently. Girl, you want to talk about part of my childhood? That girl was my goddamn childhood, man. First movie I ever saw in theaters was Lilo and Stitch, and she is gone far too fucking soon. That was honestly one of the most awful, deaths I ever heard about. But just wanted to mention that real quick, not to
Dexter,
bring the mood down.
you're gonna hate me, but I've
Oh,
never actually seen the first Lilo and Stitch movie.
well, my pick next week just fucking changed.
I was literally actually going to watch it, and then ended up watching Hoppers instead, and I kind of wish I
Hmm.
had seen Lilo and Stitch rather.
You've never seen
There's
Lilo?
still time, Sam.
I've
That's
seen
crazy.
the sequel movie with all the multiple different aliens, but not the first one.
All right, Sam, so here's what you got to do. This is a crucial assignment. You got to watch Lilo and Stitch, okay? Then you got to watch Stitch the movie. Then you got to watch the show.
Oh,
Lilo and
third.
Stitch 2, Stitch has a glitch is optional,
That's the one
but
I've seen, and I love that one.
that one is great. But it's like there's no real place for it in the timeline, so you can watch it wherever you want. I recommend it. It's good. And then you got to end with Leroy and Stitch.
Heard?
Now that's the order. Now that's how it
There's
goes.
nothing more afterwards. Nothing to have come out in the last few years.
There is, but there's not. I don't acknowledge anything that
Oh no, I will just watch YouTube clips of the Disney World ride that is no longer there that I have ridden, and was amazing.
yeah, I wrote it when I was a kid and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But anyway,
Yeah, sorry, hard tangent. I was thinking
I had
about
to
that
had to get that in there.
and all that, but you know, I'm really glad we went to Italy. But you know what? I think it's time to head on back to America for a little while, my friends, because I received an email in the middle of the night last night. A little piece of information that's a little quite wild. Um
Oh,
I want to share that with y'all if that's
Oh dear
okay.
God.
oh boy.
Let's see if it'll let me share.
Where's this one going?
Oh, yeah, I gotta allow real quick.
It's okay. It's from someone we know, some of us like on this podcast, and someone
Oh
don't like
shit.
on this podcast.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
All right.
I know who this is from.
All right. I went ahead and threw it into the drive,
Oh God.
and it's a little clip from a good old friend of this cast, good old Steve Lass.
What? I
Hey.
thought I killed that motherfucker.
Hey,
Apparently he survived.
he's heard
been
that we were
living-
talking about this movie, and he had some things to say about Tom Stall.
No, Steve Lass is Ed Harris and you're Tom Stahl. He's just like, any final words? I should have killed you back in Philly.
Philly.
Yeah, Matt, you really should have.
But yeah, let me boot this up. Let me put this tape on the internet because we're gonna expose this fuck for all that he is.
Oh boy.
Tom Stoll.
Call out.
Please, full screen. Can y'all still see it?
Yes.
All right.
Tom Stoll is what you'd call an average American, an everyman kind of guy. He loves his 2 kids. He loves his wife. Oh, he really loves his wife. He has a great job running the local diner and a dirty little secret that nobody would see coming. Now, I'm sure you're probably thinking to yourself, what could a seemingly perfect normal guy like this have to hide? Now, this might be a shock to you, but this man has done some things that nobody can come back from, forever changing the family dynamic, ruining his son's future, and scaring his little girl. The night that changed everything. This night, something awoke inside him, a demon that knows no bounds. This is the night where he slipped up and showed his true colors. It all started when 2 men tried to come into his diner for some coffee, and he unleashed hellfire upon them. And then a man came to try and expose him, and he fired upon them as well. Was it all a dream, or was it the foreshadowing of what's to come? The death and havoc this man would spread to this town. Because this man is not Tom Stoll. This man is Joey Cusack. Carl Fogarty and his men came to stop Joey Cusack from hiding in plain sight. But he would have none of that. Just when Fogarty thought he was on top, Joey's own stun stepped up. Bam! Killed him dead in the process. Thank you to these brave people who stood up to the devil known as Joey Cusack. And rest in peace to those we've lost in the process. But one day, this menace to society will be stopped. An everyman kind of guy to some, a demon to others. Remember to think about those we know and what they have to hide, and where we all find ourselves at the end of the day, reflecting back on a hell of a lot, Joey, and a history of violence.
Fucking
Hey.
Steve.
Wow.
Steve is
Such
exposing
brave
all-
investigative journalism from Mr. Lass. So you'd have to be a true asshole to hate him.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, like, what piece of shit?
But that you heard it here first, folks. Tom Stoll ain't the man he says he is. Tom Stoll is a piece of shit. Tom Stoll is gonna destroy anything and everything that's around him. Because when you picture this, folks, you will be in for the ride of your life. David fucking Cronenberg's History of Violence is about a man with many secrets to keep. But all has been exposed on this cast, and we will keep exposing him for the villain that he is, Joey goddamn Cusack. And yes, thank you, Steve, for sending us that lovely clip, helping further
Have to
prove
send
my
some
point.
men to find him.
And I will give them their own rest in peace in memoriam slideshow, just like I did Carl Fogarty. So,
Carl Fogarty's a true American hero.
a true American hero. He's a man with a lot to say, unlike Joey fucking Cusack. So, but yes, I love this movie a lot. There's a few things I have to say real quick before I'll hand y'all the reins. Because you know what? You know what? I am sick and tired of these podunk films and these fucking podunks that pick them. But it's okay. Because we don't have much cash around here. But I think you're going to be sticking around. Because let's show these assholes we mean business. And I swear to fucking God, I thought the dude in the diner at the beginning and everything was Jason Clarke. Was not.
It did. I thought the exact same thing. I swear to God. In the
That
first
wasn't
scene,
Jason Clarke?
in the
I found out
first scene, I
yesterday
thought
that
it was
was not
Jason
him.
Clarke.
I thought the whole time it was him, just a younger version.
I watched this
I
movie
forget.
3 times in the last 2 weeks, and I did not realize it wasn't him.
That's crazy.
But yes,
As the movie went on, I realized it wasn't him. But in the first scene, when I first saw him, I thought it was him.
shout out cleft palate representation because Vigo doesn't actually have one. But you know that's what you get when you're living that farm life, milking cows and shit. You know?
I don't think you've actually said the plot of the movie yet, by the way.
Oh yeah. Two men come into a diner and try to rob Tom Stahl's diner, and then he brutally fucking murders them because deep down inside he was an ex-mobster on the run from Philly. He ain't in no witness protection. And so then he just gets paranoid as fuck because Ed Harris and his goons start coming up being like, saw you on the news. You fucking cut my eye out. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then he fucking does some shit and then has to go back to Philly and visit his old brohim, played by none other than William Goddamn Hurt. Coming back, our second fucking broadcast news lead playing an extreme fucked up villain in the mob this season. I think the whole last 30 minutes of this movie could have been done as a play. But yeah. I'm pretty pissed at y'all, brohim. You could have called. You could have dropped a postcard in the mail. But
I mean, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
do you still dream like Joey? Because you've been living as long as this guy is almost as long as you've been living. But yeah, I love this movie. It is potentially one of my favorite, if not my favorite, David Cronenberg movie. But that's because it's the least weird, but also the most weird, and the most unsettling out of a lot of them. So
Yeah. No, I remember when I saw this back in the day with my dad. It was a Blockbuster rental because I had heard it was like a pretty crazy movie, and I knew that there was an insane deleted scene, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder what that is." And I'm kind of mad they didn't keep it in the movie, or at least have an unrated version with it just embedded in the movie. Um, because I knew it was like I thought it was going to be a lot more violent as a kid, but rewatching it this time, I was like, no, this is pretty fucking violent. It just takes its time to get there, and it builds its suspense and it builds its it builds the whole thing to that violence. But like when he blows the dude's freaking brains out and like in the diner, and he's got like his mouth just blown open on the floor, I was like, oof. Uh,
you know who else's mouth was blown open on the floor? She was
Maria
in a
Bello.
cheerleader outfit, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I almost dressed up as for this, but I couldn't figure it out, and I was really upset. But I was gonna have like my robe, and then I was gonna reveal it.
Oh my god.
And so
Oh, boy.
that's why we opted for the shot of her in it in the clip show.
But Viggo Mortensen, which ends to everyone's name. Great, great actor. This is one of Cronenberg's not like horror films in a sense. Not in a sense, it's not a horror film. It's more of a thriller, which is kind of cool. Um, I didn't really like. I didn't enjoy. I liked it as a kid. I didn't like love it, but I really enjoyed it this time a lot more. Being older, and I appreciated it a lot more. Because I knew what it was gonna be, and I wasn't expecting like a full blown action movie like I was expecting as a kid. Like I was definitely expecting an action movie, not like a drama thriller with some kind of insane violence. But
I don't know where I put my DVD, but it is kind of misleading that the DVD disc cover is revolver like slide in.
oh, really? That's interesting. There was always him with the gun pointed up, and I was like, oh, he's gonna be like revealed to be a badass and just kick ass the whole movie, and he's gonna be kind of a good guy. And it was more like, oh no, he's got some issues, and obviously he's been lying to people, so. And that scene with them on the stairwell is just messed up. Not messed up, but it's sad.
Yeah.
And
Wouldn't be a Sam pick without a little bit of questionableness about that.
yep.
But David
Apparently,
Cronenberg
apparently David
did say that
Cronenberg
it was not that at all.
explicitly said it was not a rape scene, and
so-
didn't want people
Well,
to
it
think
wasn't. It didn't seem like a rape scene to me. It seemed more just like sad because she was like, "Oh, is it like?" She was like, clearly was like, "This is not the man that I know," kind of thing.
She didn't really seem to give a shit.
Yeah, and well, she like pulled him in, so I was like, I think she was trying to figure out like, oh, is this when I have
My
sex with him, is
husband,
it
or
the
is
same? And
this
it was not the same.
Joey?
Yeah, But the deleted scene that I know of is the one where he's like, it's a dream sequence where he blows Ed Harris literally into the floor, basically, and Ed Harris just like halfway, literally blown in half, just like leans up and starts talking to him. And I'm like, man, I wish that was in the movie. And I wish I had the DVD. I think I have the DVD maybe, but I wish I had the DVD so I could watch it.
Yeah,
But
ah,
just for old time's sake. But I didn't feel
there
like
it
looking
is.
it up on
There it
YouTube.
is. I should
Yeah.
have used this image in that fucking clip. Or, sorry, Tom Stahl should have used that image in that clip. Or not Tom Stahl, fuck. Steve Lass.
I was about to say.
But
Another
he
one.
said that well.
Another one on the list.
Yeah, it is a little misleading. But William Hurt's great. He's the GOAT. Enjoyed the movie so much. His son, probably a psychopath, and will end up killing again.
Hey, he's a victim of bullying, okay?
You know, so are the kids in the Dirties.
And one of them became a murderer and the other did not. The question is, which way will he go?
It's
I
actually
think
going to
he's
be
gonna kill
the
again.
daughter that's the serial killer because she perfectly was calm and normal and handed him the utensils and set up it all perfectly like Hannibal Lecter.
That's
Yes.
true. But yeah, you know, it's not like a sad movie at the end, but it's not a happy movie either. It's just like a
Deeply unsettling.
deeply unsettling, yeah. And bro kicks ass. The whole last movie he was just taking everybody down.
Sorry, I will let you go, Jackson, but that's why I love Howard Shore. Because he knows the importance of silence and he wrote numerous songs for the ending fight and said, no, this just doesn't need music. Like, this is something that my music would detract from, and silence is louder than music. So,
That is
Hmm.
true. His score is very good, though,
mhm.
as is typical of Howard Shore. Yeah, so this obviously is hilarious that this one is sandwiched in between the other two movies. Definitely going to be one of the most hilarious thumbnails of any episode we've had on this show. But yeah, and this is also going to be if there's any episode of this show that's going to get me just rejected from the film community as a whole, I think it's going to be this one because if you can believe it, ladies and gentlemen, this was my least favorite of the three movies this week. And I'm just yeah, I enjoyed the other two more and I think that, look, it is what it is, man. I thought it was fine. I didn't love it, but it was fine. It was not bad. It was just fine for what it was. I actually many years ago um put this on to watch it. I rented it from Blockbuster and I put this on to watch it and I only got about 10 minutes in and then had to stop for some reason
We know
I
why.
can't remember, and I had to before I could start watching it again. I had to take it back to Blockbuster. Though I will say, even though I can't remember what the reason was that I had to stop, the very last scene that I watched was the Maria Bello cheerleader scene. So, I
Yeah, we
think
know.
it's pretty
We know.
reasonable to think why I had to stop right there. Had to take care of some business, if you know what I mean. But yeah. But what I remembered from the first 10 minutes was thinking, wow, this dialogue is really goddamn bad. Like it's really well shot and well directed, and this dialogue is really goddamn clunky and unnatural. And so that was kind of my only impression of this movie for years. Um, then I sat down to watch it, wondering if I was going to feel the same way or maybe I'd feel differently now. And it wasn't as bad as I remember, but it still wasn't great. The dialogue in this is kind of clunky, kind of unnatural. A lot of the writing is just sort of surface level shit. It doesn't really get very deep into the characters or the themes or anything like that. It's just it reminds me of one of those like kind of early-ish Shyamalan movies like Signs of the Village, where it's just like it wasn't like Lady in the Water or The Happening level bad dialogue yet, but it was still really goddamn unnatural and just weird sounding. It's like Like it reminded me of The Village a lot, where that whole movie is literally just M. Night Shyamalan had this idea and like, oh, this great idea about this village that's set in modern times, but I have to write a fucking movie around it, don't I? God damn it. And it's like someone had an idea about, oh, this guy who's a mild-mannered guy who's a fucking hiding from oh shit.
My cat just jumped onto.
Yeah, I saw that. Um this mild-mannered guy who's really a mobster who's been lying the whole time. Oh, but we got to write a fucking movie around it. That's all we really want is to just have that in it, but
It's a graphic novel, I think.
I know, but that's still how it comes off to me is just like, oh, we have this cool idea like from this graphic novel, but we kind of have to because it does diverge from the graphic novel quite a bit from what I read. So they really just clearly liked the idea, and we're just like, oh, okay, we also have to write kind of a movie around it. So there is that, like, complete with like the fucking 80s bullies at the beginning, like, with the leather jackets that nobody in the fucking world wore in 2005. Just cliche dialogue, like, oh yeah, little bitch, what are you gonna do about it? I don't know. It's just like it was weird. A lot of it was just kind of little, and then the scene on the stairs where I'm just like, I'm sorry, that scene was silly to me. That scene was just very silly. I was just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why? What? This is kind of.
Bria Bello didn't get bruises all over her body on that stairwell.
I was gonna point that out too. Apparently,
Just
like,
to
not
be
only is it
called
silly, it's
silly.
impractical because it's just like they literally got bruises filming the goddamn scene. So I'm like, you couldn't even do this then. Like, they couldn't even do it when they were filming it. That's the point as the director where I step in and say, okay, maybe we should cut this scene out because it's. And I know what you're gonna say. Well, aren't the other two movies also silly and goofy and impractical and all that shit? Yes, but they know they are. This one is trying to be like a silly, like a serious fucking drama. This is from a legendary director, David Cronenberg. So, and I've come to realize that's the thing that drives me the craziest is movies that think they're saying something profound, but they're not. Like know what you are. Know stay in your lane. Know what you are, or I know it sounds like I don't like the movie, but that's not true. The
Same.
performances are really good. I was invested in the story in the first part of the movie, not so much in the second part because nothing is really followed through on. You don't really ever get to know who the fucking guy is, really. Like the reveal just happens that, oh yeah, he's Joey Cusack, and rather than go
Sick
into
one out of the two brothers.
rather than go into how who he really is, how he feels, anything like that. It's just nope. We're not gonna literally. By the end of the movie, I don't know who the fucking guy is. I don't know which of the two
Or
is
does
more
he even
reflective of
know
his
which of
real
the two guys
personality.
is?
Say what?
That's the thing is, does he even know which of the two he really is?
Yeah. Well, it's not interesting when you don't really get to actually see him react or address any of this in any way, any kind of meaningful way to me, anyway. And also, the son can't act. That kid could not act to save his fucking life. The rest of the performances were really good. Like Ed Harris in particular, I thought was great.
I love
Everybody
the
was
part where
great.
he was screaming, "You laughing now, bitch?" And the girl's like
Yeah.
pulling him off, and he's doing that like weird video
Again,
back.
didn't think his acting in that scene was great. Also, kind of hilarious to me. It probably wasn't supposed to be, but the scene where he's like, in this house, we don't solve our problems by hitting people, and then hits his son 2 seconds later. I'm just like, that was low key kind of funny. I'm sorry, but
Is mom gonna take the case?
yeah. I also like the sheriff. He was good. That
Sam,
actor. Apparently,
another character named
apparently that's
Sam.
the third time we've had him on this show. Apparently he was also in Open Range and some other movie I can't remember. But so shout out to that guy. But yeah, again, I know it
I would
sounds like I
say
didn't like it, but
underdeveloped and needs more time to grow with the character versus what we got was not bad to you. It was just not helpful to understanding more or
it's just I didn't think that they went very deep with the characters. It was just like it was all very surface level to me. I think it was just all very like I don't know. I would have really liked to have actually explored who he is, the two different sides of him, his how he kind of feels about everything, and just like the writing, the dialogue also was just very, very kind of clunky and unnatural a lot of the time. So, it if those aspects had been improved, I think I would have liked it better. But again, for what it was, I didn't think it was bad at all. I mean, I thought it was well directed, well shot. I liked the music. The most of the performances were good. I liked a lot of the stuff at the beginning. But and then a lot of the subplots also just kind of didn't go anywhere. I thought the whole subplot with the son being bullied was completely extraneous and could have been cut out of the movie. But it's I appreciate some of the things that they were trying to go for. I definitely thought the screenplay was really kind of cliched and just surface level. That was my main gripe with it, but not bad. Definitely of the four Cronenberg movies I've seen, my least favorite by far. But you know, it was what it was. And everybody in the audience is screaming at me right now, probably, but whatever.
I guess I could understand that. For me, it really clicked, but maybe I just didn't need more to some of this stuff, and I was just enjoying the scenarios that were put forth, especially with Ed Harris, because Ed Harris is my favorite part of this movie.
Same.
And it's just like also kind of like fuck when they kind of rug pull what you kind of would assume is the climax of the movie, like right a little over halfway, and it's just like where the fuck could this go? And then the scene with William Hurt is one of my favorite scenes in the whole thing, and
Yeah, I really like that because I like William Hurt. I mean, I watch that man in almost anything.
Yeah, same.
his accent was just fucking crazy.
And he killed his one little scene. I mean, from the time he entered the scene, I was like, okay, he's killing it. He's really good.
Yeah. I don't know. I wished it was a little longer because I did feel like it ended pretty quick. So maybe could have added like a good 20 minutes into it just to flesh some things out a little more. But I didn't mind it. I don't think it's Cronenberg's best movie for sure, but it's definitely not his worst, you know.
I
But
love the last shot, just that like I don't know who I am or what to do or how to make things right kind of look on Vigo's face.
hmm
So
Yeah, he's really good in it.
his teeth are fucking something else in this as well. His whole appearance and just like vibe, especially with like his limp that he has from getting stabbed in the foot. Bro has
Yeah.
some fucking force when he slammed that coffee pot into the dude's head. I was like, I felt that shit full through and through.
Oh, you feel all the violence in this movie for sure.
hmm
It definitely is like, whoa. Especially that diner scene. And then when he kills Ed Harris and his goons, that's and then honestly, I did like that scene. I thought that was when the son is talking to Viggo Mortensen, he's just like, if I turn you into Sam, then or the sheriff, like, are you gonna have me whacked and shit like that? I was like, okay, that's kind of, moments like that where they're kind of meaningful character interactions. I did appreciate, but yeah,
I
I
also
don't
did.
know. It was again, I can totally see like if you I can see you being like satisfied with like, just the story itself. Like I totally see why people would just like be invested in that and just because and the thing is too is so I didn't really know what it was about. I knew it was about like a dude thwarting a robbery. Like that was all I knew. And then some kind of consequences come. But I didn't know that the whole thing of him being actually a mobster and witness protection was going to be part of the story. So when Ed Harris like comes into the restaurant and is calling him Joey and shit, I was like really mad at Ed Harris. I was just like, you fucking psycho, like get out of here, man. Like, goddamn, you stupid bastard. Like, I was really mad. I was like, this isn't who you think he is. And then
That's hilarious.
once that first scene ended, when Ed Harris leaves the restaurant, I was like, wait a minute, wouldn't that be fucking nuts if he actually is though, and that's the plot twist of the movie? And I was like, that would be fucking crazy. And then when he's talking to the sheriff, and the sheriff asks him, like, I have to just ask, Tom, like, you're not in any kind of witness protection. I was like, oh fuck, that's where they're going with it. I was like, oh my God, I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna actually reveal that he's a fucking and so when it happened, I was like, wow, okay, I didn't know this is where we were going with it. This is pretty interesting. And then, to me, they didn't really do as much with it as I hoped, but other than just like the basic, premise, but still, again, not a bad movie at all. Not at all. I mean, just like I guess I was just, I was hoping it would do a little more, but for what it was, I think it was a perfectly fine, like again, up until kind of towards the end, I was invested in the story enough to like stay engaged with it. So, and there are a lot of good aspects to it. Very well shot, I gotta say.
Mhm.
You haven't seen Dead Ringers, have you?
That's one I've been considering getting on here for a minute, though.
How can I have the least extreme Cronenberg and find the most extreme Cronenberg and put them together? But
I'd
I
say
think
his newest one's pretty fucking crazy.
the Shrouds.
What we saw in theaters,
Oh yeah. Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future. That would be a divisive one, I think, but it'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
It would
Yeah,
return Vigo. So
Yep, Vigo would be back.
he's always back.
and I love the myth of this movie being the last VHS to exist. And it makes me want to get it on VHS. So
Um, R.I.P.
yeah.
to VHS.
God, I'm still thinking about Ed Harris's belly just getting fucking blown outwards and then just flopping to the ground, and Vigo's still waving that fucking gun around like I was in the Resurrection episode.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Maria Bello almost shot his ass.
Second time Maria Bello's been in this season too. We've had some repeats. Two Ryan
Third.
Goslings,
Well, no, Coyote Ugly was last season. Never mind.
two George Kennedy, two Ryan Gosling, two Maria Bellows.
We got to keep it going with the two theme.
I think this is the only time though that that wasn't back to back.
Yeah, because last week.
Oh,
we
true,
had the
true, true,
gap.
true.
Yeah, I think every
True.
week there was a back to back second, person coming back. So
Very true. Um, yeah, it's interesting time. Again, night I watched this was the night before we were originally supposed to record, and I had to absolutely force myself to watch this. And one thing I'll say for it, it blew by pretty fast. I thought it was you know, definitely an easy watch. The time just kind of passed by. So
This is the shortest movie of the three.
no,
This
because
is an
it's only
hour
I think an
30.
hour 20.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think Lizzie McGuire is a little longer than this by like a few minutes, maybe.
Yeah, like maybe a couple minutes. Ed
Maybe.
Harris is the GOAT. I just have to say that. Bro is so goddamn good.
I love him in it. Like he has so much personality into his character and just so much grime and just disgustingness, and like when the sheriff is there pulled up being like, I need your IDs, and he rolls down the window and starts talking to him through the back, I'm just like, you are a fucking villain. And then you come to find out he was actually in the right. He fucked it up for everybody.
Carl Fogarty's an American patriot.
He was a made man, and Vigo went in there and fucking cut his eye out because he's the fucking sick freak. Like,
That line was also pretty hard, I will say, from William Hurt, where he's like, when you were a baby and you came home from the hospital, I tried to strangle you in your crib, and mom caught me and gave me a whipping something fierce or something like that. I was just like, damn, okay. That was a pretty hard line.
it's
Yep.
just he didn't need Joey in his life. He never needed Joey in his life.
Hmm.
The way that they touch heads and they're like staring at each other, I really like that
I
part.
was low-key waiting for them to kiss, I'm not gonna lie.
Literally.
There were some definite homoerotic undertones in that moment
I mean, he
to
was
me.
he was already turned on from the Jake Busey look-alike fucking tapping him down. So
Yep, he had to channel it somewhere.
I don't
Mhm.
smell pretty good, but I'll hold my nose.
The last thing I'll say positive about this is I think Cronenberg does a great job building a very kind of distinct atmosphere in the movie. I think it's like it was one of my favorite parts was I don't know the mood and the tone of it and just the I don't know I think he did a great job with all of that. And it kind of was one of the things that helped keep me kind of interested or just like vibing with it. So
I think he always manages to capture that out of everything that he does right. That's the thing that's always like nail on the head. This is this environment, and you are going to live and breathe it. So,
Yep.
100%.
well, now that our good old friend and constituent journalistic reporter Steve Lass has exposed Tom Stahl for the villain that he is, and that we all know the true menace to society that he has become. We must take things out of this world, or really, in a matter of things, back down to Earth. And then back again. Because Zetas goddamn Lapidus. We are going back to the Disney Channel. Back to the roots of it all. Because you know what? I don't know if it's gonna play, but the greatest song of all time has come out in the last 20 years.
Not the one I thought you were gonna play.
Zoom, zoom. But the one from the first movie, and the one that's the best one of all of them. Because zoom, 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 Jackson, your pick makes my heart go boom, boom. Sorry, that sounded awesome.
You're gonna get fucking copyrighted.
Oh, yeah, I should probably stop that. Anywho. Take it away. My supernova girl.
Oh, yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to do after low-key kind of insulting what's considered one of the greatest movies of the 21st century, I'm going to get on here and talk about how much I love the Disney Channel original film Zenon Z3. So if there is, ever an episode where I'm nervous about the comments, it's this one. Not that we get that many, but still. Picture this, everybody. You are me back in 2004, and you are at home just, watching fucking TV as you just often do. And you stumble onto a little movie, or the commercial for a little movie that is going to premiere in the spring of 2004 called Zenon Z3. And you don't know this yet, but this is the third installment in the beloved Zenon trilogy that started with Zenon Girl of the 21st Century and continued with Zenon the sequel. And you don't know any of that, though. You just see the trailer for this on TV, and it looks fucking cool. And so you decide to watch it. And it becomes one of your most beloved childhood classic films, like right there with fucking I watched this so goddamn much as a kid, so goddamn much. It was one of my biggest fucking movies, right there with the Halloween Town movies. The difference is I kept watching the Halloween Town movies year after year and kind of left this one behind. But when Matt chose the Lizzie McGuire movie last week, I knew that the time had come for me to finally get this on. For one thing, I wanted to see it again. For another thing, it was another Disney movie. And for a third thing, it was just going to be hilarious to me that these two were going to be paired with Sam's pick. So, what reason did I have not to go for it? But in this film, you have our main heroine, Zenon. And she, for the third time, is going to save the goddamn world. And this time, what's going on is this motherfucker, this goddamn motherfucker, he, with his blonde ass fucking hair, looking like a knockoff Alan Cumming, which I'm sure Matt made him not like him at all. But but he is going to try to colonize the moon, and he is going to try to take it over, basically, claim squatters' rights on the moon, basically. And he's going to have a festival for a bunch of kids up there to basically kick things off. But you know who's not happy about this? The goddamn moon goddess, Selena. She is pissed the fuck off about this, you see. She's not going to stand for it. And she tells Zenon, basically, hey, get your shit, get your fucking friends, get every one of your fucking people off the goddamn moon now, or I'm gonna fucking kill you and everyone on Earth, basically. I'm gonna fuck up all the weather on Earth, and you're all gonna be done for. And so basically, Xenon and her friends, well, they gotta do it. They gotta get everybody off, you know? And so that's exactly what they try to do.
They get everybody off.
Oh, yes. I was just going to leave it there, hoping neither of you would pick it up, but I heard it as soon as it came out of my mouth. I was like, God damn it. Yes. But hey, what do you think they were doing? Fucking, it's a bunch of kids in a goddamn fucking moon space station, unsupervised. They're definitely, getting off one way or another. I'm just saying.
Disappointment major.
But that's the thing, guys. We're in for a fun time here. You got all kinds of shit. You got fucking space adventure. You got friendship. You got love interests. You got all this stuff. And Vega Omega, is it fucking interesting? Is it something else? And I have to just say, to this day, I have never seen the first two Xenon movies. Never. I
I'm
had
so
a
glad
chance.
it's not just me.
I had a chance to watch.
Now I'm really disappointed, Major.
Well, as a completionist, I assumed Jackson had seen both movies. So when I watched it, but then I thought like, oh, maybe he hadn't. And so when I started it, I was like, this is like not the third one, even though it's called Z3. Like that's just the title, right? And then halfway through the first 10 minutes actually, they started doing the Lizzie McGuire thing where I was like, they're saying shit that they assume I know. And I had to check out and I was like, oh, there's two whole ass movies before this that I'm not gonna watch. Not that I didn't like it, but I was like, I don't have time.
That's the thing. I could have found the time, but I had to keep the experience pure, baby. I've never seen the first two, and my first time watching this movie in nearly 20 years, I was not about to change that experience now. I will eventually go back.
Get the whole like romance.
I will
with the
eventually
aunt, the
go back and
uncle.
watch I will watch the
Raven
first two.
Simone's a main character in the first one.
That made
That's
sense.
supposed to be a
I was
selling
like,
point to
wait.
me, Sam.
Don't like
But
Raven Simone.
she's I liked her back then.
She was the only person I recognized in this entire movie.
As a kid, I was confused. I was like, why is Raven in this movie? What the fuck? In like a little part.
I just
And
figured
I
it was a
found
Disney
out
Channel thing. They were
I
like,
found out
"Put your ass
eventually
in
like,
here."
oh, it's because she was in the first one.
First.
Um
He's her best
She's on a green
friend.
screen this whole movie.
yes, she very much was. As was everybody. But
Well, I mean, she was specifically. They were just like, "Get your ass in here, film a
She was
film
still
a
on the
scene
set
for
of
like a
That's
day
So
or
Raven
two."
and was like, okay.
special appearance by Raven. But that's so Raven. I mean, if we're being honest. But but yeah,
Protozoa is not the actor that is Protozoa in this. He's
he
actually
is
played
to
by
me.
a very handsome, very sexy fucking British boy that they recast.
He's my protozoa because it's the only one I've seen.
Sam's
But
just disappointed.
He's a fucking schmuck.
but
I'll save my thoughts. You can get to the plot.
But basically, yeah. I had the opportunity to watch the first two, and I chose not to because I wanted to keep the experience pure. To my experience of it as a kid, I loved this as a kid. I loved it so much. It was one of my most cherished movies as a kid. This was my first time watching it in like 20 years. So it was very, very kind of wild seeing it again. And I swear to God, honestly, those effects when I was a kid, it looked like 2001: A Space Odyssey back then, man.
Oh my God, no
Not
way.
so much now,
That
but
makes sense.
back
I
then,
can
let
see
me
that.
tell you, that was the most cutting edge shit my eyes had ever seen. And watching it now, whew, boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite as much.
You
That was
just
a bit of
gotta,
a
yeah.
that was a
You
bit
rank
of
it on the same level
a
as the Librarians movie.
yeah, it was it was something else. That's what I'll say. It was a bit of a wild adjustment, like from how I remembered it in my head to like seeing it now. That was kind of what I spent a lot of the movie doing, to be honest, was just kind of coming to terms with how it looked now. But God damn it, I know, guys, I know. I just this movie. is definitely like, is it cheesy? Yes. Is it dated in some ways? Yes. I don't give a shit. And if you come for it, I'm gonna Tom Stall your ass, and I'm gonna fucking just, just that's how that's gonna go. But I will have no slander of this movie, and anyone who tries to slander it, I mean, just as Harvey Keitel once said, "Fuck you, fuckball."
I guess I'm going up first because I'm ready to slander the shit. No, I'm kidding.
Sam, I'll fly. I'll drive there. I'll do
I was
it.
about to say fly. That would be me.
Yeah, true. I'll drive.
No, Jackson's will punch the air so hard at his computer screen, he'll fly all the way here and then just come flying
Yep.
through my window and knock me out.
Yep.
I
But what
mean,
did you boys think of this cinematic masterpiece known as Zenon Z3?
I enjoyed it. It was like to me it was like a Disney movie that was on Disney Channel, not in theaters. Like Lizzie McGuire, I think was in theaters. Felt very much like that. This one felt like I could have just, like you said, thrown it on, and it is, like I want to say use the word. It is what it is, but like it is a Disney movie. Like I enjoyed it for that. Not very much beyond that. I was surprised at the environmentalist undertones of this movie at points, and the anti, you know, colonial, or not colonial, but anti, the
Colonization, yeah.
colonization. Yeah, that's the word. Undertones with freaking vegan, hipster, not hipster, but vegan,
Hippie.
hippie, yeah, hippie fuckboy versus
Guys got to do what a guy's got
yuppie
to do.
fuckboy. Two fuckboys fighting for the same blonde chick. But
A
no,
tale as
actually,
old as
I did
time.
enjoy it.
Yeah, I was gonna say a tale as old as time.
Yes, but it was fun. I mean, I had a good time with it. I didn't think too hard. It was kind of like Liz McGuire, just legit, just sat back, enjoyed it, kicked, yeah. Uh, so that is my basic thoughts on the movie, Sam.
I didn't get to experience this until 2020ish. My favorite Disney YouTubers, they have a podcast that called Zetus Lapidus, and so I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And then Stuart was like, "That's from Xenon, don't you know?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And so we watched all three of them over like COVID time, and this one is such a return to form to the first one. Like the second one, they diverged really hard, and it's kind of upsetting and almost made me not want to watch the third one. And I'm really happy Stuart forced me to watch the third one because the third one slaps. It just is so different than the other two. The new characters they all introduce, like Raven Simone's sister,
Replacement.
cousin. Well, she gets replaced in the second one, but I'm talking about the actual character that she's like calling her.
No, but that's from
what
what I can tell. That new character in this one is
is serving
what her role used to be, but she
Yeah.
couldn't do it, so they got
Um,
someone else.
So all the kids are pretty chill. The parents, I'm glad we get to focus on the aunt and the commander because they were one of my favorite parts of the first one, and so like seeing that they like got together fully and had their kid and all that kind of stuff was great. But then her kid's a fucking goddamn psychopath who's trying to steal Xenon's life. And needs to learn to be her own person. Um, which is a heavy message in all three of the movies, is trusting in yourself, and then everyone will soon realize that you were right all along. Haha, bitches, go suck a dick. I almost said doc. Go dock your ship in my dick. Um, so and it's fantastic that you're gonna end the movie with a goddamn Protozoa concert, just like the first one. So it's like, okay, fuck yeah, here we go. And then they didn't play the song that I love from the first one, but I'm like, okay, that's fine as long as I get it a little bit. And then they played in the credits, and I'm like, fuck yeah, zoom zoom zoom, bitch. Um, just a little disappointed her parents didn't come back for this one because they are such vital characters, and I love the two actors that played her parents in the first. But it's a pretty fun time. It makes me think of Spy Kids 3D heavily, and like the terms of quality of type of story, type of
the effects and shit.
and yeah, all that kind of stuff. So it's a little time capsule in its own little thing. So
Which
sure.
is, again, just just an aspect about it that I like. But Sam, I must say, you're no Steve Lass because Steve Lass speaks the truth, and you had a factual error earlier when you said that that was the greatest song of all time. This, my friend, is the greatest song of all time.
I'm just imagining you getting crunk to this in the club with your
I think
parmesan.
it seems to me that every Disney movie needs at least one concert scene, though.
Yeah.
And this movie, Zenon Z3, oh my lord, you have no idea how much this took me back. You have no idea how much I love this. I can't stress to you enough, one of the most defining pieces of my early childhood. And seeing it again after so many years, oh, it took me back in all the right ways. There were so many lines, so many moments, so many scenes that I just, when they came on, I hadn't thought about them in years and years and years. But when they came on, I was like, oh shit, wow, I haven't thought about that in forever. But I remembered it. I was like, oh shit, that just, it transported me and shit. And honestly, when I was a kid, the part of the movie that I fucked with the most that I was looking forward to so much this time. That goddamn pod race was the sickest shit that I've ever seen in my goddamn life when I was a kid. I loved it
When
so
she goes
much.
up above them and then that like dive down is
Oh yes, it was
insane.
the sickest shit I've ever seen, bro. Now it was like I still loved it, but I was like, oh boy, these effects. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this doesn't look as good as it did when I was a kid. Whew.
Yeah.
But
I feel like
yeah,
back then we had no comparison to be fair, to like better stuff.
yeah. It was the best we had at the time.
Yes.
But like I said, this shit looked like 2001 to me when I was a kid. So yeah, and then just like I don't know. I think it's telling that back then and now, again, like Lizzie McGuire, you don't have to see the first two necessarily to understand what's going on. I think it speaks for itself. I think it's its own little story. I think it's cool, just like her trying to save the moon and all the people and the sister trying to learn to be herself. And honest to God, I had forgotten about the bait and switch and it fucking floored me with the puppy. That shit was like where I literally the guy's just like, well, we're just gonna have to take her back, if she doesn't get under control. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And then cut to him holding the puppy, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's right!" Like I'd totally forgotten about that. I was like, "That was honestly a really good misdirect." I feel like I don't know, it was kind of hilarious, but yeah. And then yeah, fucking environmental fuckboy was also an interesting character, and dickhead fuckboy, everything is about me ass motherfucker was interesting. And everybody, I liked all the characters are cool. I love the design of the space station. I liked why is the moon goddess a fucking you know, teenage 2000s goth chick. I don't know, but she just is.
It's
Like
been
with the full attire and everything. But I did kind of like the idea of the image of her that we see beforehand is like, oh, that's just the image that he came up with, the guy. And it's like, oh no, this is what she actually looks like and shit.
since
That's an interesting.
Southland Tales predicted most of this future that we are living in the Xenon universe.
Hey, maybe that.
Environmental activism, stopping the moon from creating perpetual motion, goth chicks, 2000s.
It's all connected on the 3 for 3 podcast. I'm telling you. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this isn't, again, a bit cheesy and a bit, dated and shit. But like I said, it's fun. I think, again, the characters are interesting. The story is interesting. I like the whole thing with the contest. It's a perfect time capsule for all us Disney Channel kids, and I think it's still a lot of fun. I think the songs are all pretty cool. And again, that pod race, even if the effects are dated, still fun. I think it's still fun. The rock climbing and all that. And also, real OGs will remember this. When the movie first came out, there was a contest that they had where you had to spot all of the Z's hidden throughout the movie. And there was a certain number. And this time I was seeing a bunch of them. I was like, I'm not going to count them. I can't sit here and do that. But then, like about 20 minutes in, I was like, God damn it, I should have counted them all. But I didn't remember the number that it was supposed to be. Because there are a lot of hidden Z's all throughout the movie.
It's not
But
supposed to be three.
say what?
So that's not supposed to be three.
No.
But
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Waka waka.
Womp womp.
Yeah,
But yeah,
this movie does its shit.
Yeah,
it
no, I
handles
mean,
its fucking
I enjoyed
business.
it. I had a good time with it. Yeah, the
Xenon,
Rockstar.
Xenon almost caused me to have a little bit of an existential crisis. I'm not gonna lie,
How
because she's
so?
talking to Protozoa and she's saying like, "Oh, don't worry, Protozoa. You don't really get old until you're 30."
Oh
I'm
yeah.
30. Well, I'm like, I'm turning 29 in less than a month. Xenon, you're gonna make me have an existential crisis over here. God
No,
damn
they're
it.
that was some bullshit teenage writing. Because you get too old, but then you get there and you're like, I'm still a child.
Yeah, I am at heart. But yeah. And then him just eating the fucking ice cream out of the tub was hilarious as well. Just like
Yeah.
leave me be and shit.
Ice
But
cream
It was
representation.
annoying as
He
fuck.
was eating the ice cream right, unlike fucking Jeff Bridges.
yes, that's
Correct.
true.
Correct.
Which I know you don't give a fuck, Jackson, but there's a scene in Cape Fear where Javier Bardem eats an ice cream cone and he is mouthing that fucker so crazy. I'm just like, I
Oh boy, Penelope Cruz is a lucky woman.
yes, she is. I can confirm.
Oh man, I'll hate him until the day I die for marrying her. But that's a subject for another time. But
This is my
I'm gonna
second.
go Anton Sugar on his ass one of these days.
Um,
But that'll be me and he'll be Woody Harrelson. The tables will turn at that point. That's a hard tangent. I apologize.
okay. My tangent was also big. It was that this is the second movie from Steve Rash I've seen, and this one has so much more energy than the fucking Buddy Holly movie that he made with Gary Busey. Um, but less damaging to the people involved. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Um, and yeah, also shout out to Kirsten Storms who played Xenon. She unfortunately doesn't seem to be in the best state these days, I guess as is typical for a lot of Disney actors, but
She's been acting on General
she
Hospital her whole life.
she was iconic. Oh yeah, she has been. That's right. Big soap opera actress she
I thought
became.
I recognized her from like newer stuff, and I was looking at her IMDb page, and I was like, no, huh? But who the fuck am I like thinking of?
Yeah. I don't know.
She looks familiar.
She does have that kind of face where
Yeah.
it looks like a familiar face. But yeah, it's familiar to me, of course, because I grew up, watching her and shit. But, and she's very good in this, I have to say. I think the sister too. I think could have been very annoying if not done right, but I think the actress had enough natural charm to be able to make her like not just a annoying sidekick kind of character.
She reminded me of
Um,
the brothers' friend in Lizzie McGuire with this
mhm.
hairstyle and just look.
Yep. It's the 2000s, so we have to have frosted tips in
Yeah.
all of these movies to some degree, or bleached blonde hair, one of the two, if not both. Knockoff Alan Cumming fuck definitely had that going on. But I don't know why he's the person that I thought of with that character. It's just kind of he reminded me of fucking someone like that. But yeah, he was a bastard, like just cheating his ass off. And I definitely, got bad vibes from him the way he was just he was getting a little too close and comfortable to dickhead kid when he was telling him like you're the star of this show and you're the one who I think is gonna go all the way. I was like, you're touching him a little too much there, buddy. I think you need
He's
to.
gonna end up on
Very
the
good at
island.
PR though, because the second the activist showed up, he was like, "All right, show's over. We're not continuing this."
I
No
love
questions."
when the activist guy was like sneaking around the beach. The one bodyguard looked at him like, hey, like I told you to stay away from here, man.
Also, I'm 90% sure that bodyguard never actually spoke any lines. It was always off camera, and when they cut to him, his mouth was completely fucking shut. I'm 99% sure that they never showed him speaking any lines.
They did at the end. They did. He said
Because like almost every other time it was like him screaming, and then it would cut to the bodyguard just like either walking towards him, mouth shut,
yeah,
or just staring at him, mouth shut. And I'm like,
ADR all of his
did they
lines.
I was like, did they decide he needed lines after so they didn't have to pay him as much or something?
I do think it's cool too, though. Like, the fact that they are. It is interesting. I do think it's interesting. The whole like, you don't want to like colonize the moon, do you? That's wrong and shit like that. And the way he's like, she wants to go to the space station, but she also supports like him being able to speak his piece and shit like that. Because whenever dickhead blonde hair guy is trying to take him off the fucking stage and shit, she's just like, hey, don't do that. He's got a right to say something or whatever. And just like, I love that line he says where he's like, you want to be taking a romantic stroll looking up at the moon. And, you see fucking like Mondo Burger or something like that. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It definitely is. I think, I don't know. I love it. I love it all. It's wonderful. Don't tell me it's not. That's all I got.
It was a good, fun pick. It was a really relaxed week for this podcast. So Sam was like the closest one to getting to like messed upness, but really it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as like sad as last week was, where I was just after every movie, I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
So it was a good break, good little break.
I will say, I am a bit taken aback because I thought we'd all be 3 for 3 this week, but maybe
I'd say I am. I didn't
Okay.
dislike A History of Violence,
that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how I was going to wrap this out without us being 3 for 3. It was kind of battling my brain for a second. I was like, fuck. Did I ruin the streak?
We're
Did
gonna
I
get there
ruin the
eventually.
goddamn streak? But here we are. Thank you again for joining us. It's been a 3 for 3. The streak continues tentatively. With all sorts of crazy shit about to go down in the next few episodes. So, I'm glad you got to join us. I'm glad each of you picked the movies that you got to pick because it was a lot of fun. A breeze to watch all three. All three flew by. So, it was kind of weird because I was like, I would watch them and then I'd be like, damn, we still have so much time until we record. Maybe I could rewatch them, and I would. And so I did get the chance to watch the first Zenon before 3, and I'm still fucking shook that it took me until Monday morning to find out that Jason Clarke was not in my pick, because I deeply, deeply thought that was him the whole entire time, and I was so happy for him. I was like, man, this dude was fucking doing that shit before he really got wild. And no, he's just another forgotten actor who's a background character in a fucking Nolan film. But we live. Yeah. Thank you, Steve Lass, for helping us expose Tom Stahl, aka Joey goddamn Cusack, for the goddamn.
Now that I know he's alive, I'm gonna be
piece
coming
of
for
shit.
him.
Yep. Well, watch
your
out.
own
This is
history
a
of
message
violence.
to you, Tom or Steve. Both of you, fucking watch your backs.
Bastard. You really cannot get anybody's name right.
Tom and Steve completely messed up the whole time.
I really feel like it's a neurological disorder at this point.
It's my dyslexia coming out in some ways.
But here's the end credits music that we're going to end on as Sam takes us out.
Ah, yes. So yeah, join us next week. Vote in the goddamn polls. Subscribe. We're close to 40. I'm really excited. But we got a big celebration next week. Big old birthday to the land of the free and the land of the shackles.
250th, baby.
The 4th of July. So tune in next week for some of the most wild shit you will probably get on this cast this season so far. Will I have the ability to walk? Will I be chair-bound the whole time? Will you see my big fucking erect penis, Mom? Well, we said I had contractually have to show it, so I think it might actually happen. So, will Jackson kill me? Will I kill Jackson? Will Matt stand over our corpses and piss on our bodies? Well, you're just gonna have to tune in to find out. So thank you for another episode of 3 for 3. And I said it last week, I think, but I really mean it this time. Ciao!